Long ago, when the world was in black and white, each Christmas lots of children would receive a train set. It was loved and played with for hours and days. The engines kept in good condition, as at any moment the train could be sent on another trip down the line, under the bed, through the book tunnel, and arriving at the homemade station. But all children grow up and find other distractions, and the train set would be packed away and lay forgotten in the loft. Well, not everyone had a train set as a child. There was one little boy that used to watch the trains of Sodor's past with his grandfather, and he eventually grew up and became the controller of the North Western Railway. The fat controller was in his office flicking through a reasonably priced model railway catalogue, and there it was, the perfect model for him. At once he asked his assistant to order it for him, and a few days later the postman arrived. Then, for weeks on end, between important meetings and eating cake, he built his new engine. The fat controller was rather pleased with his achievements once it was completed. He gave the little engine a test run on the floor, as he had not bought any track for it yet. It worked perfectly, and he treated himself to scones or scones. There is much debate on what they're called. Just as he was about to taste the warm and moist texture of his scone or scone, his assistant walked in, startling him, and he knocked the model engine to the floor, and it started, and it went out of his office and down onto the platforms. "Stop that engine at once!" The fat controller would have run after it, but he had something to attend to first. The little engine rocketed down the platform and found its way into the countryside. Trevor the traction engine was chuffing his way up the hill when he noticed the engine shot past him. "Great Scott, what was that?" "Stop that engine!" shouted the fat controller's assistant. "Righto!" Trevor, with all the steam in his boiler, went after the little engine. Passing Miss Bingo's on the way, Jem told her to phone Miss Speed and scramble Tiger Moth to help in the search. Miss Bingo did this, and also phoned many of her friends, as she was a great gossip. Time seemed to pass fast, as the fat controller was waiting for news. Harold the helicopter searched the valleys. Miss Speed and Tiger Moth reported back to Miss Bingo that the little engine wasn't spotted. Just as the search was about to be called off, Trevor spotted the little engine running across the field, and right into a muddy patch. Jem Cole called for Sydney to come and collect the little engine and take it back to his workshop where he'd fix it up for the fat controller. The fat controller was relieved when he heard the news and treated himself to a mini muffin. The next week, Jem delivered the little engine back to the fat controller. It was as good as new. Eventually, the fat controller built his own railway, and after long days at work he would return home and play with his model engine, and have a generous slice of cake.